we officially have all of our IP houses revealed for both parks of Halloween Horror Nights, and wow, what a year. What a crowd-pleasing year. What a gory year. What a legendary year. For a quick reminder of our IP lineup here, we have Jason, Terrifier, Fallout, FNAF, and WWE. That is a crazy lineup. Like, this is gonna attract so many different types of people. Most people thought we were gonna get year 3 of The Weeknd, which I am so glad didn't happen. Now, although this announcement may appear to be completely out of left field, this is not the first time that a professional wrestler has had their very own house at Halloween Horror Nights, because in Hollywood in 2000, The Undertaker had his very own themed haunted house. There is not much media left that shows it, only a few pictures of the actors' faces, but it definitely existed. There is definitely a precedent for this. I've also known in my years of going to horror conventions and other related events that there is a huge crossover between the horror community and the professional wrestling community. That being said, I have no clue what to expect. And you know what? That is perfectly fine with me, because sometimes houses where you don't know what to expect end up being the scariest of them all. The real life lore behind why this is happening is surprisingly really touching. The director of Horror Nights Orlando, Mike Aiello, has this Twitter thread where he talks about how he was always a big fan of wrestling, and he eventually connected with the wrestler this house is based on, and they talked together, and the wrestler expressed interest in doing something for Horror Nights. He sadly passed away. His family has come forward, taken up what he does, and is helping with this project. And then Mike gives us a little preview of what we might see. Walk through the door and into the lantern's light, experience the massacre of Monday Night Raw, walk within the Firefly Funhouse, and then into the horrific nightmares of all these characters. Which honestly sounds pretty interesting. I do really like houses that have multiple locations where you sort of transition from one theme or area to another. He says, for those who haven't experienced these characters, just think of this as a gateway original house that is everything Halloween Horror Nights is all about. And surprisingly, I'm kind of excited for this. The thing about haunted attractions based on a celebrity or personality is they can be done well, like the Black Sabbath and Alice Cooper houses from Horror Nights were pretty good. They can be done very well, but the biggest pitfall they often fall into is just being a vanity project that's more about the person than actually scaring people. And we've seen this with a couple projects that have ended up on Horror Sins. The Weeknd, obviously, twice, and that one, Jimmy Fallon's Nightmares or whatever. But the way Mike Aiello talks about this, it feels different. It feels more like respecting a legacy than going, oh, it's all about me. This is someone who, you know, actually has links to the horror community. Like I said, there's a big overlap between people who are into this stuff and people who are into professional wrestling. So I do think this actually has the potential to be really good. I mean, everything that's been announced, like, sounds like if they really put the love and care into it that they do for all their best houses, it could turn out to be really scary. And one last little thing that I want to bring up is the Terrifier House, which is supposed to have 2 paths, which is something that other, like, smaller haunted houses do, but Horror Nights has never really been able to do due to the whole, like, conga line capacity issue. But there is supposed to be a wet line and a dry line, and they are selling themed ponchos to go along with it, which is really interesting. A lot of houses before have had water elements. I got sprayed in the eyes by Chucky, and it was the best part of that experience. Selling ponchos really makes you wonder, how crazy are they going to go with this? Or even, like, could it be some sort of dyed water or fake blood? And that's why we let all the YouTubers experience it first, so we know what we should and shouldn't wear. This year is shaping up to be tons of fun, and I can't wait to see you all there.